Hi, I'm Alex Archibald. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity. Hi everybody and welcome to today's episode. I'm with my brother Steve and we are in Arvada, Colorado, and we're headed to the Homestead Antique Mall, which is just apparently up over the rise here. It's an antique mall I've never been to. I don't know that I've spent much time even in the Arvada area, so I'm excited to go someplace new. And I thought if I'm going to go see someplace new, I may as well take you guys along with me. So let's do a little digging. Let's see if we can find some treasures and hopefully see some cool stuff. So let's go. Well, here we are, and as their truck says, it says shop where the dealers shop. So maybe there'll be some deals in here. That's what they're implying, hey? That the prices are so good that
we'll find out.
We will find out. Well, the minute you walk in, you're kind of met with, they've got bins full of wristwatches. They've got old Pyrex that they're just using as a bowl. But I can see up at the top, look at all the old toys up there, Steve.
Yes, there's a lot of them.
I wonder if that stuff's for sale or if that's just, for show?
Just for what you're doing.
Ah, just for looking at. But if you want a Ken doll, it's been turned into a Band-Aid container, or vice versa. Somebody making some folk art stuff. There's a hat for you. The steampunk goggles on it. Or a little guy riding a shoe. Okay, gosh, where do we start, Steve? Where do we go?
I don't know.
Do aisle by aisle?
Yeah.
We'll go this way and then zigzag.
Come back.
It's hard not getting distracted as you walk down to do. Usually I try and do it like a grid pattern. Hey, look at the old mailboxes. Post office boxes. It's kind of neat. I don't know what you'd put in it, but you got the bigger safe deposit boxes over there too. Somebody must have cleaned out an old bank. Not full of money though. We've got some jewelry. Looks like some silver rings and necklaces. There's Elvis. We were listening to Blue Christmas on the way. Cerveza light stand. So some crafty things mixed in with some antiques. Railroad oil can. Kind of different. Comic books on that side. Oh, that's the Introducing the Beatles. That's the first Beatles album. They did Introducing the Beatles on VJ. Apparently they were having trouble getting people to support them at that time, so VJ Records picked them up. But if it's an original copy, it's not bad. And lots of jewelry. I'm waiting for the case that has all the red line Hot Wheels in it. I'll have to be arm wrestling my brother over it. I met her. Well, she was taller in real life. Marie Osmond. I worked with all the Osmonds at one point, doing a movie with them years back. They were nice enough. That's the Marie Osmond modeling doll with the box. Not something I need, but kind of neat. What are they asking for it? Looks like new it was $32 at Toy World. Who knows what the price is on it now? Probably more than $32. Let's see what's in the cabinet. It's funny, we were talking about Elvis earlier, but and the Beatles. Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, has a huge collection of Beatles memorabilia. I guess the funny thing was, so you know Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill,
yes.
right? So when he signed on to do Star Wars, he had it in his agreement that they would give him one of everything that was made, and he thought, well, they're just going to make like a lunch kit and maybe a couple little things. And for the whole time that he's been with Star Wars, he gets a free toy. So he said he had tons of Star Wars toys, but when his kids were little, they played with them all. So probably a massive collection of that stuff.
That's a neat story.
Yeah, well, he was smart to ask for one of everything that they made. He probably could have retired long ago off of selling all his Star Wars memorabilia that was sent to him. Coin sets. That's probably silver, I guess. The dollar, you'd think. Usually the proof or specimen sets are. Vintage clothes. Well, they have a good variety of stuff in this mall. And they've got some stuff on sale even too. Little football guys. Well, the Captain Exactlant kit's $3.99. Saw some comics here. Senator John McCain comic. That's random. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. The superhero stuff that I'm after. Look at this ice chest. Rare ice box. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. It's got the lid on the top, and then I guess this is how you put all your ice in there, right? Or your block of ice. I used to cut them out of the river where I am. You get a big block of ice and you put it in there, and then that's your fridge.
Well,
Keep
cold
stuff
air
cold.
falls, so they would have put it up here probably, right?
The ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ice
That's
probably was up top,
that's
yeah.
the refrigerator part.
Not seen one of those before.
At least in the RVs.
The asking price on the icebox refrigerator was $800 or so. I notice this cabinet is full of uranium glass or Vaseline glass. And this is if you take a black light to it, it glows like a light bulb under it. It's really, really cool stuff. Still really collectible too. Steve found something kind of struck his fancy. That's a double dot Pepsi. That's probably 1930s or 40s. And it has a lid, so that would have been the syrup for a soda fountain. It's cool it's got the lid. It's huge though. It takes up a lot of room. This person has a lot of really interesting old oil cans. And that would have been a huge bottle of champagne. Holy cow, somebody had a good time emptying that. Lots of neat graphics on these oil cans. Look at the Folgers. It's got the tall ship, or the probably steam-assisted sailing ship. Coffee tin.
Nice old can.
This is what you need to keep all your pennies and stuff in. Just get a big Coke bottle piggy bank.
I got a bunch of old glass bottle ones.
Doesn't have the lid on it though, but Department of Complaints, complaint department, and it's a grenade. Candlestick phones, always like those.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get this.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like
the
it.
price is good. Graphics
Yeah,
are good.
is. It's really cool.
Well, so far Steve found something like those Civil War bullets. You can always tell from the way they look. Lots of that stuff when I was in Arkansas. Lots of Civil War artifacts out there. Oh, there's a Dachshund boot scrape. Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
pretty neat.
Yep.
Nice and heavy, so it don't move.
Yeah. Probably saw a few different boots hit that dog at one point. Little tiny cowboy boots. Yeah, some neat stuff at this mall.
There you go.
Sometimes I'm almost a little bit more intrigued by the folk art stuff. This, it says old handmade ship, be careful, but you can see the details they put on it. It's got little boats that come up the side. It's got a helicopter on it. Somebody probably made that in the 1950s as a toy for their kid. And some jewelry, even some vintage chocolate bars. Which is pretty common to find them selling candy at an antique shop. I am gonna peek inside some of these showcases though, because I do notice that there's a lot of vendors that are selling older watches, and we did okay at the flea market and found a couple neat ones. Well, I would love to find another Hamilton Pacer, but one that actually has a working movement in it. There's a fancy little box. England, Italy, France. It's got all kinds of decorations on it. Now, I still like the old pressed steel toys and tin toys. That is a newer replica, that Buick, that's probably from the 1980s, but like that 1950s Japanese era hot rod, and I imagine the pistons in the motor would have moved and lit up at the time too. It's just a neat thing. You got the early tank there, that's probably World War I era marks. Would have had, I think it's missing the wheel off the side there, would have had tank treads on it, but graphics are still good. See what's in the back here. Advertising clock. I like the old cafe and bar clocks whenever I come across them, especially if they're neon. And got some comic books. There's lots to see.
I was thinking it was going bigger.
I was just talking about tether cars. Well, this one is a smaller one. It's a Thimbledrome, the Coxsackie Thimbledrome car. And I wonder what they're asking for it. Oh, there it is, $350. But it has the original box, which is cool. I do have a few of those. Those are pretty neat. You put gas in it, a little Cox engine, hook it up to a line, and watch it go. Beatles action figures. Yellow Submarine, microphones, a couple watches. Definitely have to check out this area. They've got lots of old signs up top, but I think those are just display, unfortunately, because there's some good ones up there. I'm curious to see what's back in the showcase down the side hallway. We got some dolls, got some old Christmas ornaments. Sort of a random assortment of die-cast and toy cars and cookie jars and friars that look like they're playing baseball with nuns. Monks and nuns playing baseball set. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Right there. Now here's something kind of neat. You don't see this very often. This is a Columbia record holder that would have been from a store, and this is set up for 78 RPM records, so 40s, 50s kind of era. Really neat way to display your collection if you were collecting it. $200 is not bad for that either, for an old store display. Really neat piece of music history. This person has quite a few other signs, telephone signs up top there. Big old beer tray. Stansky Steelware. Well, I see it's an advertising sign for their company that did that. Lost looking at all the signs and stuff. Even itsy bitsy little kid sewing machines. Who had one of those when they were a kid? And the price? $49 if you want to buy it now. Well, really lovely people in there. They didn't want to be on camera, but they're fantastic folks. So if you're ever in the area, you got to come check out the Homestead Antique Mall. Probably one of the better antique malls I've been to in this area. Lots of fun stuff. And Steve even found an old advertising can with the ship on it. So off we go for more adventures, guys. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and check the store out next time you're in town. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, guys.